Yendi Senior High School opened to students in November 1970 under the able and visionary leadership of Mr. C.B.A. Teviu. The first batch of students moved into the historic buildings of the famous Yendi Middle School. For this reason, the story of the school began much earlier in 1922 when a trade school was opened in Yendi by the then British Colonial Administration to serve as skills training institution for the then Northern Territory. You are welcome to Yendi Senior High School, popularly known as YES. You know, Yendi Senior High School is located at the heart of Dagbon in northern Ghana, in Yendi specifically. Yendi Senior High School was established in the 1970s, and throughout the history they tried to build up the school, establishing various infrastructure across the school. From the trade school before independence, metamorphosed into a middle school, then they became a senior high school. A clarion call is being made to all and sundry to come and be part of the 50th anniversary celebration of Yendi Senior High School. My name is Abdulsalam Hamdaway.
My name is Chief Alhaji Mustapha Ali, Hussein, the current headmaster of Yendi Senior High. To begin with, every institution in the country has a beginning, and that is the birth of that school. Yendi Senior School is not left out. It started 1970 with only 70 students. And with the policies of the government, the population has now risen to 3,500. In fact, the main purpose of the anniversary is to weigh the values and the importance of the schools. In this wise, I mean, when anniversaries are carried out, they are able to come together, and there they are able to weigh the achievement of the school, like how many doctors have the school has trained out, lawyers, whatever. This will tell you the value of the school at a particular time.
I happen to be Shaibu Wilberforce Adams. In the whole wide world, both in Ghana and outside of the country, those who are old students of Yendi Secondary School and called royals. In fact, that is our appellate. We are royals. We are royals of Dagbon because we come from the seat of the capital of Dagbon. That's the Ya-Na. And so all those who are there are supposed to be princes and princesses of the Ya-Na. And we call ourselves, we come from the royal family.
I'm called Haji Amina Musa, the current vice president of the Tamale chapter of Yesusa. I went to Yendi Secondary School in 1975, precisely on the 26th of September 1975, and I completed in 1980. In fact, the school was a lively one when we were there.
2 weeks is not too short. You can do something for the school. If I give you the list of groups that have contributed, you will marvel. And one person I want to commend is lawyer Larry Jaggie. Larry single-handedly took up Ya-Na Nkrumah house, a story building block, and renovated it full. And if you go and see the piece, it's an edifice. Not to talk of the 79, 82, 83. The year groups are many. There are many. I know I had the privilege of going around to commission blocks and buildings. Go and see our thatched houses, the girls' fence, the former our assembly hall. If you go there, you will marvel. So much to the level that even continuing students got so interested in the school that those who just left contributed money and renovated our old dining hall, which has now become a classroom.
The old students have done a lot for the school. I mean, year groups have taken up projects. Some have done the gates to the school. Others have taken up the classroom blocks for renovations and dormitories and so on and so forth. All students are integral parts of the school. We are a very important stakeholder. And so we cannot just leave the school to go on with all these challenges. So I think that it's very, very important that all students show interest in the alma mater. It is the school that has made us who we are today. A whole lot of us are in very, 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 very important positions. We hold important positions, and it is the school that has made us who we are. And so it is time to give back to the school. We have doctors, we have lawyers, we have teachers, nurses, we have, wherever you are making something. And so if you give back to your school, I think that God will bless you.
My name is Mutar Guru Idrisu, the national and indeed the global president of the Association of Royals. Royals because we are the proud children of the overlord of Dagbam. Indeed, we have been contributing significantly to the development of the school since its inception. Recently, we have contributed enormously towards the physical infrastructure development of the school, particularly towards the celebration of the 50th anniversary. The school is 50 years old. We are celebrating its contribution to the development of Ghana and indeed all over the world. We are present all over. I want to use this opportunity to appreciate commitment, contribution and support of all royals towards the development of the school. We have enormously contributed to physical development of the school. We have innovated a lot of infrastructure and we've contributed, we've constructed the entrance gate for the first time, which has beautified the school. We also want to thank members who did not complete the school yet have associated themselves to us, so we thank them so much. We refer to them as associate member of the school. We also want to thank companies and organizations that have supported our celebration. Thank you so much. We want to use the opportunity to call on all royals to come on board for us to continue to support the school, for it to regain its past glories. Thank you.
Following the departure of Governor Guggisberg in 1927, the British colonial government aimed to reform the administration of government schools in the Northern Territories to cater for increased school enrollment and manage rising educational expenditure. As a result, the Director of Education, Gerald Power, recommended that management of government schools be handed over to native administrations.
Alhaji Sule Abdulrazak is my name. I am the Assistant Headmaster for Academic Affairs. Yendi Senior High School, as we all know, is one of the giants within the northern region. When it comes to academic performance, Yendi Senior High stands tall among the giants within the region. And governments have done well, especially the last 2-3 years. We have had a lot of infrastructure in the school. So as we speak now, we don't have classroom accommodation problem. If we're able to get even dormitory accommodation, in addition, I think the school could go a single track. For the past 3 years, academic performance has been increasing, especially this year. For the WASI results that we have just received, ladies and gentlemen, it is refreshing to let you know that only 7 candidates could not pass in all the subjects. Over 250 students got above, 8 passes. Then up to about 154 candidates had 7 passes. In all, over 450 candidates can gain admission into our tertiary institutions within the country. This is a very great improvement over the past years.
I am Agnes Hawa-Charinga, the head of department for home economics. We have received a lot of support from the royals and government. I want to say a very big thank you, and we are so much grateful. However, we have some challenges, and we just want to appeal to the royals to see how they can come to our aid once again, especially with the girls. We have over 1,000 girls in the school, and with the accommodation, they are very crowded in the fence. If you go to Yendi Hospital, you'll be surprised to see almost 90% of the ladies working there as our former students. And not in Yendi alone. They are in other different other places as nurses, as teachers. And some are into entrepreneurship. We have a girl who completed this school. Even though she did well, but she decided to go into entrepreneurship, and she's doing very well. So we encourage that girls who come to Yendi Senior High should try and read and perform very well, and they can go places. Yendi Senior High is a school to be, and we are very proud to be associated with Yendi Senior High.
Native administrations were encouraged to take up ownership of their local schools and were expected to expand, maintain, and run the schools according to local customs and needs. In the spirit of this policy shift, the Ya-Na Abdulai II ordered the construction of new buildings for the Yendi Native Administration School. The buildings were completed in 1936 and the school opened in February 1937. Mr. J.S. Kaleem was appointed headmaster of the Yendi Native Authority School. Mr. J.S. Kaleem later became Nyankpala-lana chief of Nyankpala and the first principal education officer for the northern region. The Yendi School evolved into Yendi Middle School. After independence, some efforts were made to convert Yendi Middle School into a secondary school. This effort intensified between 1959 to 1961 during the implementation of accelerated expansion of secondary education under the Kwame Nkrumah's Ghana Education Trust Fund, Get Fund Schools agenda.
I'm Abdulai Muhammad Hafiz, chemistry teacher Yendi Senior High School, and then we are currently in the chemistry lab. Now, what to have in the chemistry lab is most of the chemicals that we have over there are good for water titration. So mostly when we have during water time, the students come there for their practicals, usage of chemicals. That helps them maybe to pass their WAS exams. Without chemicals, we can't work anything, we can't do anything in the lab. So I think if the lawyers could help us improve upon the nature of the chemistry lab.
My name is Abdulai Mohammed Shani, Head of Department of ICT, Yendi Senior High School. Currently, we are in the school ICT lab. And the numbers are so great. And in this lab, we have 20 computers functioning. And because we have elective ICT now, we will want support for us to go through the subject very effectively. For we will need the students to do more practical.
Several schools were built under the Get Fund program in northern Ghana. Schools built under the Get Fund were Navrongo Secondary, Ghanasco, Tamale, Lawra and Bawku Secondary. Yendi missed out because the government thought that it was beneficial to consolidate the status of Tamale as an education hub with a new secondary school. Following the coup of 1966, native authorities, local politicians, and elites continued to push for a secondary school in Yendi. Prominent among them were Alhaji Majeed Hussein, former DC and Educationist, Mr. S.I. Idrisu, MP for Yendi, and Alhaji Shani Mahama, MP 1969 to 1972 and 1979 to 1982. Eventually, approval was given for the school to open in 1970. The first batch of students was all male, with the first female students joining in 1971. The school faced enormous challenges in the few years, in particular recruiting and supporting teachers, securing reliable electricity, water supply, and transportation were extremely challenging tasks for the school administration. However, Mr. C.B.A. Teviu, the headmaster, against many odds, set up admirable mechanisms and parameters for effective teaching and learning. Despite being a semi-rural school, the headmaster ensured the school recruited and retained good teaching staff and had well-equipped library and laboratory. These efforts culminated in the cultivation of culture for hard work, ethical behavior, and drive for success.
My name is Shaibu Wilberforce, a student of Yendi Senior High, and I'm in class D2, and I'm doing general arts. Because the teachers are very good.
My name is Shamsuddin Makana. I am a student of Yendi Senior High. The class I am is Q1, science class. Yendi Senior High is discipline. Truly, there is discipline in the school. Yendi Senior High has brought about many teachers, nurses, lawyers, so many. Truly, the school is good. And I really saw what is going on. Yendi Senior High, there is truly discipline in the school.
My name is Abukar Fatima. I'm a student of Yendi Senior High. I'm in class E2. I'm offering general arts. I'm here to speak about Yendi Senior High. Our school is very nice and it's important for every student to choose it. I was hearing it and they said the school is not good. I realized that people outside are spoiling the name of the school. So I'm pleading with my colleagues who are in JHS to also come and see what our school is.
Over the past 50 years, YES has produced great citizens and personalities who have served Mother Ghana diligently in line with the school's motto, "We learn to serve." Graduates of YES, called the Royals, work in diverse fields such as education, medicine, business, politics, and traditional leadership across Ghana.